Borderlands 4 looks like it's finally happening after God knows how long this has been.
Welcome to Pandora, kiddos.
It's been announced that 2K Games will reveal the next iteration of, quote, biggest and most beloved franchises on June 7th at Summer Games Fest. Presumably, the announcement will be related to the publisher's annual releases like WWE and NBA. Instead, it's strongly believed that the game could be related to the Borderlands series. I think it is, because they've been dropping a lot of Borderlands tweets.
It's Bioshock.
Yeah, it's Bioshock, man. Imagine that. Imagine if it is fucking Bioshock, man. Now, look.
Mafia, bro.
Yeah, I might have a stroke. I might actually fucking die if I see that logo.
I love Borderlands 1. I consider Borderlands 2 one of the best games of all time. Borderlands 3 had the best gameplay, but everything else about it was fucking awful.
Yeah.
And remember, they have split off now as well, because they lost all that money.
Yeah, but the thing is, you remember, they started Borderlands 3 before that they even got into that. So, that company didn't even really help them make Borderlands 3. That was all them.
Yeah, Endeavor bought them as the game was already like semi-complete, and then just published it for Gearbox. But I think the same thing is happening now again, where in this case the game would have started development under Endeavor, and now 2K now owns Gearbox, and now 2K is going to be like, well, we got this half-finished game.
Yeah. Fuck, imagine if it was Endeavor that was actually the good part. Wouldn't that be funny?
That's the thing. We don't know because they never made. I don't even think
game. Yeah, they never made
maybe Tiny Tina's.
No, Tiny Tina was originally a DLC for Borderlands 3. Then it got so big and they got like too much.
They turned it into a separate game. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, we never got an Endeavor Borderlands game. The entire time they owned that franchise, they didn't. They just published other people's games.
Yeah,
it's not good.
Yep.
I do think it's pretty safe to assume that there will be an announcement at Summer Games Fest. There probably won't be a release for quite a while, unless they've been working on it for a lot longer than we think.
Dude,
they have a lot of goodwill. They have a lot of goodwill to earn backload. Free is not fucking liked.
Oh, Tiny Tina as well. That was a fucking flop, man. There was like 10K people watching that on Twitch the day it came out. You know what I mean? I don't know the numbers for it because that game first came out on Epic Store as well. That's another thing that they have to get away from. If this is a day one Epic Store like Sri and Tiny Tina, it's already a fucking L. People are already going, oh nope, I'm waiting for the Steam launch. That's what happened with those games, man. It was like a lot less for Sri, but so many people waited until Tiny Tina came for Steam, but people already knew it was a dog shit game, so they didn't buy it, right? So they have to do Steam launch, and let's be honest, they just need to make a fucking good game. This is the perfect time. Destiny, they have a really cool DLC coming out, but it is in a they're coming off a pretty bad state right now. I know a lot of people are saying that they have liked the new DLC, but Borderlands right now could take over the fucking looter shooter genre right now. There isn't too much to really compete with.
If this has day one Epic Game Launcher instead of Steam,
that's what
that's gonna
straight up L.
Yeah,
It may be one of these things where now they're locked into it, depending on how many games they signed that deal for.
Yeah, and especially after that new incentive they're doing as well.
Yeah.
Yep, and they're adding a bunch of like more stuff, free games and stuff. So they're probably trying to buy up more games, man, as well. Fuck. I don't know. I hate the fucking Epic Launcher so bad. Instead of buying games, they need to fix that shit. Because realistically, they could be a Steam competitor if they fixed up their store. It's just they're not fixing up their store. Why not? I'm so confused on, what's the biggest complaint about us? Oh, our store's dog shit.
But you have one of the biggest games of the world exclusively for PC on your store.
Yeah, and that's not enough because, like we've seen with Borderlands 3 and Tiny Tina and other games, people just wait till it comes to Steam. We all know it's coming to Steam because it's just like a couple of months exclusive thing, right? So people just wait till then and count that as the full launch. So it doesn't really work if your store is dog shit.
I don't see the game coming out this year. I would be very, very surprised if the game comes out this year.
2K usually for games like this, they announce them a year at least in advance. Like, look at GTA. Like, they announce that game now 2 years in advance.
We'd have seen a trailer by now. if it was going to be coming
Yeah,
out.
if it was coming out. I think if they were going to do that, they would have done a big push going, movie announcement. Okay, let's just rewind the clock. We're going, hey, movie trailer coming out, and then something else. And then the something else is, yeah, we've got a new game as well. That's what
the only thing that they did around the movie time was change their logo, and people thought it looked like a 4, right? And let's be honest, it really does look like a 4. So it looks like it could be true. So
the only way I see this happening is if it turns out they've been working on it for years, and they kind of do what Todd Howard did with Fallout 4, where he was like, "Oh, by the way, it's out in like 3 months," and then just fucking
maybe. I think
I don't think they would, man. I think Borderlands needs promotion.
I think they started development around the time they knew the film was coming out, because the film was in development hell for years. That film was filmed years ago, and it's just been sitting around doing nothing. So I think they probably started development when they realized, okay, the film is going to be coming out. So I still think they're going to be too far off. And if they do, if it does come out, I think it's going to be rushed, which is, I would rather them wait and work on it a bit more, especially the story.
You're right. One of the biggest mistakes for game developers these days is they rush out their games rather than just cooking it and just paying very close attention to everything, making sure that everything's right, proper, and beautiful at launch, so that they don't have any fuck ups. Because too often we see that happening with games, that they're fucking broken one way or another, or they come out absolutely incomplete, like obviously incomplete, and then they change, and then we have to wait like a year and a half for it to get the full version that they were intending to bring out.
And we have another gaming apology to put on the fucking list.
And another fucking oh my god.
How many have we had so far this year? Helldivers kind of did it with the CEO. I think
Helldivers, Dragon's Dogma.
Wait, did they have an apology Payday 3?
They did their last year's.
Okay.
Helldivers, Dragon's Dogma, Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. Marvel Rivals.
They apologize for
yes. That's going to be a big category for Gronking Awards this year.
And
for the Gronkies.
It was a big one last year, wasn't it?
It was a big category last year. It was.
We dubbed last year the apology year, dude. And the thing is, another bad game, another company shut down nowadays as well. There's so many companies shutting down and shit as well.
Well, old Sanctuary went out in a way that would have made Scooter happy. Killing a big-ass tree. That was a nice speech back there, Lil. Really tugged at the old heartstrings.